Did you see DelleValle dancing today when they were winning 4-2?
I didn't notice. I jumped and my kids started crying, so I didn't really...
You didn't realize?
No.
I think you know what? Steve will be happy to demonstrate.
He didn't do that.
He's quite the character, DelleValle. He's quite the character.
Ay, ay, ay.
Cari amici sportivi, welcome to yet another edition of Red Card Weekly. Here where we mostly speak about SerieA. Sometimes some international, sometimes European, and yes, we're not professionals, nor do we pretend to be, as you can see. I'd like you to always faithfully the three amigos to my right. I have Steve. Today the whole Juventus world got stunned, but that's karma because you tried to do the machine gun. Polilo? Is that part of the dance, or are you?
I had it myself. I'm very tired now.
I have to my left, Francis. I knew today that we were in trouble 5 minutes in, and you know what? In the end, my patience is wearing pretty thin. Polo Giacomo?
Oh, they showed a lot of heart, huh?
Yeah, but you were freaking out during the game because you were calling me on.
Yeah.
And I am Vince. Quando Birsa ha fatto gol, ne sono bevuto una bella corona. E dopo ci ho pensato, mamma mia, ci sta me il Barcellona. Tavares. You know what? It was nice, but you had to think about Barcelona. Okay, thank you, Steve, for that very educative dance to the people that didn't see DelleValle. You do want to start with that one there?
No, we're gonna start... No.
Sorry, Francis.
Some other teams deserve to be spoken about first. The two top teams in SerieA, Roma and Napoli. Thank God the weekend started early. Friday matchup. And guys, I was impressed by Roma. You know why? This year, they won 8 out of 8. And they've won by sitting back, by counter-attacking, by keeping possession. They've won in every different way. Guys, I mean, this is official. It's a different Roma team than from last year. They're for real.
Definitely, Roma was impressive to see, like without Totti, without Gervinho that got injured, and still managed to get it done. Now, I will say that Napoli was not the Napoli that we've come to see at the beginning, but in the end, Roma, whether it be beautiful or brut, they got it done, right, guys? So
This
Roma,
is obviously a different Roma. We knew that last year with Zeman at the helm, even every game was always 0-0. Whether they would be winning 1-0, 2-0. Yesterday, guys, after the first goal, you saw that Roma were trying to close a bit and control the midfield, lay back a bit, and just take advantage of Napoli pressing forward to get a goal. Guys, Napoli, they looked a little bit overwhelmed yesterday.
yeah.
Guys, it's official. Roma's midfield is the best in SerieA right now.
Right now, yeah, definitely.
Because Berani, we didn't see. Inler, we didn't see. Napoli had 2 chances. Insigne and Pandev, which could have changed the game.
Yeah.
But in the end, they didn't take those chances, and Roma was the better team.
Because even though Higuain was on the bench, you can't always rely on the same guy all year round, right? So we saw maybe something to change for Rafa Benitez, and sometimes having a loss does come in handy to try to change some things up.
I find that if Napoli plays a team that's just sitting back, a good level team that knows how to defend, not the same team, guys. They're not as effective. Napoli, in the end, is a team that was built to counterattack.
Yeah. But we'll see if Roma keeps it steady or
Well,
they
that's
have a
it.
dip, and we'll
Totti and Gervinho, we don't know how serious the
No,
injuries are.
they said there was a small knock. I read it this afternoon. It's small knocks. They'll be fine for next week, so everything's okay.
Bad
Yeah,
news for the
but-
rest of SerieA.
But those small knocks for a player like Totti could make him overcompensate and cause
Yeah.
other injuries after. We all know. They have to find an after Totti. They have to find him.
Yeah.
I think that's Totti coming.
That's Totti.
Elsewhere, guys.
Before we jump on, a little shout out to Signore Calcio, one of our Twitter followers.
Yes.
As you can see, c'ho la maglia della Regina, Forza la Calabria, e Forza l'Italia. Let's go.
Another team that it's official is not the same team as last year, guys. It's Juventus. Never last year taking the lead 2-0, they would have surrendered that lead to end up losing 4-2. And if there's a team I didn't expect to make a comeback, because I thought Fiorentina is a team with no grinta, but guys, they proved me wrong. Fiorentina came back.
The first half, Fiorentina, I tweeted it out. My name was after the tweet. They were overwhelmed the first half.
Yeah.
They were overwhelmed. They did not have an answer for certain options that Juve were using in the midfield with Pogba and Pirlo. They looked like as if they were chasing the ball around. Then in the second half, I almost stepped away from the game. I'm going to be very honest with you, because I didn't think it was going to end well. But then at the second half, just they took on another form, and I don't know if Juve thought that it was in the bag already, or
That's what it felt like. They felt like they had it in the bag. You
Oh,
know what?
yeah,
Nobody's gonna talk here about the penalties. Both of them were weak penalties. Let's be honest. Yes, there were contacts on both of them, but in the end, I believe Juventus, they sat back on their laurels.
No.
Too much swag.
I don't agree. You know why I don't agree? Because Juventus could have put that game away 3 times within the first 10-15 minutes.
You know what?
Marquinhos didn't finish. Chiellini on the header in front. Asamoah, guys, that goal comes, that game is over. Juventus is to blame. Last year, it would have been clinical. They would have killed that game. And you know what? This year, Fiorentina came back. Juve collapsed. That's it. They collapsed. Buffon made a mistake. There are big pieces in that team.
Okay,
I'm not supporting the team anymore.
I want to go to Buffon. Stop Juventini with your Buffon. Leave the guy alone.
These games are gonna happen, no?
These games are gonna happen. He's gonna make mistakes.
But it's happening quite often
yes,
now.
Francis. But could we? It's not a ball that went through him.
And how do you leave Joaquin there the time to set down the ball?
Yeah,
He's all alone.
The
defense was
time
in
goal,
shambles.
Giuseppe Rossi, guys, could it be? It was a good shot. It was a shot from a striker in form.
It's a beautiful
who
shot.
scored 3 goals today after tearing his ligaments 2 times.
Yeah, I was scared at the beginning there. You saw him on the floor.
On the floor. Guys, operations like that. Francis, you know, you work at a hospital.
But kudos to Rossi. That's a guy that wants to make the national team and he's showing everybody.
But if I was a Juventino, I think I would be somewhat a bit happy to see the team perform like this because you need to come off. Yes,
No,
because
happy.
you need.
No.
You need. Can you let me speak? Let me speak. Let me speak.
What?
Because Juventus, they think that they're on top of the world, that they're unbeatable, this and that. You need a plan B. And after a game like this, not losing a game 1-0, tying Copenhagen 1-1, a game where you get destroyed defensively, you need a plan B, Conte.
That's exactly my point. Conte hasn't shown that he has that plan B. They're playing Real Madrid midweek.
I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. Vince has been saying the same thing for the last 2 years. Anyway,
so
let's
now,
go on.
There's no plan B. That comment is a typical Juventino comment. Oh, I'm happy they got destroyed. Look, no one's happy that they got destroyed. No one, no fan, no supporter of any team is happy that they got destroyed. I myself have seen Milan probably get destroyed, and probably will see them get destroyed midweek.
Most probably.
But I will never be happy that they get destroyed. This
in this situation,
it's even worse because Juve had it in the palm of their hands. At 2-0, at 3-0, the game was over.
Yeah.
And after that, it was not over. It was 4-2 Fiorentina, and it was that.
But it's clear that now Conte has to start looking at different options.
I'm just saying that this type of loss raises the sense of urgency at Juventus. If I cannot put it better words like that. That's all.
Oh, the urgency now is it's cold.
I'd be in panic mode.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Elsewhere, I want to see how Inter would react after their loss against Roma. Guys, after 10-15 minutes, Inter were lucky to survive. Thank God, Carrizo saved that penalty shot.
They showed a lot of grinta.
Yes, and you know what? I'm happy. They showed a lot of grinta.
Because they were.
Coglioni.
It wasn't fair to them. It wasn't fair to them. Like even though yes, we're Milanistas, we hate Inter, but today what happened to Andanovic, it wasn't a red card. I think we could all agree is that penalty, yes, 100%. Maybe a yellow, but the red.
You get the yellow and the penalty.
But the red, you know what? And that what kind of effect does that put on the morale of a team? That 5 minutes in, right? You're playing away from home, you get red carded. Boom, Carrizo comes in, penalty save, and you know what? They could have won this game. They could, and what a crappy
goal at the end from the free kick.
A crappy goal.
No, guys, it was a crappy goal because this guy wanted to cross the ball in the box. He doesn't have the skill to put in a proper cross, and that thing ends up top corner, far post. I felt bad. Beyond the results, I felt for the players on the field.
If you scored a goal like
that
on FIFA, would you have recorded it and showed everything?
I'm talking I feel for the players on that field that gave everything.
You should feel bad for Wallace that gave up that stupid foul. If not, doesn't remember.
That was a dumb foul.
Yeah.
But he showed his inexperience. But I feel much better about Inter after seeing the way they reacted today.
Yeah. Could you say that Inter is a completely different team from this year to last year? Even though last year they started off very, very well under Stramaccioni. I personally see a completely different team and Inter heading in the right direction. I'm not convinced that they're 3-back.
No.
I agree with you.
I agree. This is a mirage in the SerieA where they're convinced they can play at the 3-back. We just saw.
But everyone's doing it right now.
Juve get destroyed because of the 3-back, and Conte wasn't intelligent enough to, instead of swapping a midfielder for a midfielder, take out a midfielder and put a defender.
Motta.
But that's the trendy formation in Serie A, now's the back
Yeah.
three.
So
We'll see how long it's gonna last.
And by the way, did you guys see Belfodil came on with the winter gloves? And I think he must have seen Red Card Week that we gave a red card to Kassan. He took them off. As soon as he got onto the field, he took them off.
Guys, elsewhere, Milan wins 1-0. Allegri must have listened to you guys. He played the 4-3-1-2. And all the guys that all you Milanisti are bashing, Montari, Birsa, are the guys scoring goals.
No, we don't bash Birsa and Montari.
Oh,
Well, Steve
people
bashes
were bashing
Montari.
Birsa.
Matri deserves all the bashing because once again, he has the opportunity.
Look who's off the bandwagon.
Hold on, no. Hold on. I said by December I'm gonna judge. What I don't like to see from Matri is that he has all these opportunities. Balotelli hurt, suspended. We're relying on you. I don't see that. You know, like you were saying,
no passion.
you're not killing yourself for that goal. It's like you had a couple of good actions here, but then you know what? Kaká came in and you
But
just see
not
like,
even that, and it's not even that. It's at the point where, yes, the game yesterday, the most important thing that happened in that game yesterday was Milan got 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely.
Besides that, the game was terrible.
My God.
Both Udinese was not the Udinese that I'm used to seeing.
Udinese, it's over.
It's
guys.
over.
They
It's
sold
over.
too many players. They haven't been
Exactly.
able to rotate
The-
that team. 3 years now.
The rotating wheel that is Udinese is no more,
Yeah,
and
they
they're
keep
in
on
trouble.
selling guys.
And they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one thing. So this 1-0 win against a far weaker Udinese team who took maybe 2 shots on a goal who was making his debut.
Debut.
The debut
Fantastic job by Gabriel, by the way.
in Serie A. Fantastic job. He got 2 shots on net.
You made one big
Still
save.
there,
You
you got
got
a
a
nice
big
mistake.
So that's the biggest thing, the 3 points. Besides that, guys, Matri, is it possible that today I read a tweet that it enraged me even more to see Matri, a lifelong Milanista like Giuseppe Rossi, who they could have got for peanuts, the peanuts that we have right here on the table.
Bella Pinotti, what? Thank
Milan
you.
said no, or did not show interest in him to go get Matri. How sad is that?
Oh,
Wait, we've gone through a lot of flops, and let's see what he can give. But if
His
by December,
the only thing he has to do by playing by himself is get the ball and hold for possession, and he fails to understand that even.
guys, hopefully for Milan, some guys are starting to reinsert the lineup right now. They're starting to get pieces back. I think it's gonna be easier to judge at that point, guys.
we'll see.
Let's
exactly.
give Allegri a bit of a chance. Like he doesn't have the
Yeah, I
players to
said
play
it,
like to move the roster.
until December.
But one guy, guys, I have to admit, I'm starting to appreciate more and more. Poli.
Oh, he's awesome. I love Poli. He
Yesterday-
shows like Inter. all
He
the
could
time.
become the heart of that team.
Yesterday, Poli showed to his, let's say, a hero, someone comparable to him. Gennaro Gattuso was at that game. I think if Gennaro Gattuso was on the same field as Poli, he would have shook his hand after the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
proud of him.
Very good.
Alright,
So,
quickly guys, I just want to talk about Lazio. Because now Lazio lost to Atalanta. And now, all you Laziale fans out there, I don't know how they should feel, but if Lazio wants to crack that top 3 or the top 5, they have to start taking some chances. They have to be more adventurous going forward. They can't just try to scrap results here and there.
But this is they went through this whole like kind of little dip. They did that last year after the half of the season, right? So right now, once again, can we really judge Lazio? Yes, they should not be losing.
It's
to
not
Atalanta.
that.
It's just
Just
that.
go for it. Like, try, push
They have
people
nothing to do.
forward.
This is the best thing is happening to the Laziale fans. It's bittersweet, but Roma's in first place. So Lotito, looking up every morning, waking up and seeing the Gazzetta dello Sport and looking to the sports section of it and to see those 4 letters burn him every single morning, something has to change at Lazio. The mentality has to change at Lazio.
Would a premier striker, like let's say a Mario Gomez type of striker, would it help Lazio? Like, do they need? I know they have to
They
somebody
need more than that.
to close.
They need more than that.
They need a whole change of
They
mentality.
need a
behind the
whole change
system.
of mentality.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
The coach, I'm not blaming the coach at all. Those are the cards that he has to
Yeah.
play. But the mentality has to change at Lazio, that they cannot think that Lazio, subconsciously, I think they even think that they're second best all the time. They have to show that they won a Scudetto. They should be challenging Roma. They should be challenging Inter. They should be challenging Milan.
Maybe not to that point.
Milan and Inter are their weakest and they can't challenge them. When else are you going to challenge Milan and Inter?
That's true.
Lazio needs to impress the next game and come up with a great performance, not like a 1-0 win like Milan.
Okay, quickly guys, La Nazionale was qualified, they drew both games, this is not what I want to talk about. What's your overall impression about what you've seen in the past year and a half, 2 years about this national team heading into the World Cup? What's your overall impression?
We got a long way to go.
But we're really positive after the Euro.
The Euros was positive.
Confederations Cup weren't that bad.
And you know what, what I was looking at the game against Armenia was, we keep on saying, we always hear, oh, well, why don't they let the youngsters play and put the youngsters in and see what happened. And you know what, they put them in, and I'm not mad that they were there because I wanted to see, how we can coexist and cooperate on the pitch. And I don't think that right now against Armenia with these young, I don't think we have enough time to form these guys that if a Pirlo gets hurt, that if a De Rossi gets hurt, right? I love to see the Insigne, the Florenzi.
Well, Insigne showed some positive signs and Florenzi also.
I'm going to tell you something. How about if I tell you the wrong young players were playing?
In what sense?
In what sense? What's the point of playing Pirlo when you didn't play Verratti?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But Insigne played.
Insigne played. But Insigne is not the Dopo Pirlo.
No,
It's completely different.
We're talking about the team in general.
But the Dopo Pirlo is Verratti. You want to put him in for both games and make him play?
Guys, you take Prandelli as a system in mind because now you tried a lot of things, it doesn't seem to work, and guys, we have no wing backs. I'm sorry, Balzaretti's not the answer, Maggio's not the answer, Abbate's not the answer. Should you look into having a back three and De Rossi in that back three for the World Cup?
De Sciglio should be there, and once he gets back, he should be able to get better within the next year. But we have De Sciglio, but De Sciglio will not win us.
De Sciglio is an unproven win back. He has some time to prove that he belongs on the national team and be there. But guys, there's other guys. There's Criscito was falsely taken away a chance to play at the Euro.
Yeah.
I think he deserves a call.
He should, yeah.
Why not? You know what? That's a very good point.
And one guy that I do not want to see wearing the national team jersey anymore is Aquilani, guys.
Guys, Aquilani was wearing 10.
No.
Guys, this is almost
With
as bad as
Fiorentina,
Candreva wearing 10.
Well, Candreva at least he tries. He makes an effort.
Candreva
Aquilani is
is
too soft, guys. That's it.
Aquilani.
We're running out of chances for Aquilani.
Aquilani, I'm sorry, buddy, but no, it's not for you.
And guys, we need Balotelli to be successful in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's official. This guy gets hurt, we're in trouble. Serious trouble.
Definitely trouble. Forza Italia.
All right, guys. Our red cards of the week. Let's start.
I'll start off. I'll give my red card of the week to Il Giudice Sportivo that decided a couple of weeks back to close Udinese Milan because some territorial chants, noi non siamo napolitane, Milan in fuoco, the Vesuvio, and then they decided to put it back on because there was a lot of things. And what got created, guys? Every single game this weekend, they had a bunch of people doing it because you know what you've done? You've given them the attention now, and now they're gonna do it. Today, the Inter game, Sempre Inter was tweeting about it. It happened in the Juventus Fiorentina game. It happened to all the games, and why? For what? Because non siamo napolitani, and that's where, like, you know what? If you cannot stop racism in the stadiums, how do you expect to stop these territorial chants? I just find that the Giudice Sportivo opened up a can of worms, unnecessary.
I'll go in the same. My red card's a bit connected to crowd problems and everything, but mine goes to Pogba. With his Batistuta goal celebration, guys.
That was bad.
Okay, Tevez did it. He's from Argentina.
It's still wrong.
Yeah, it's still wrong, but it's pissed off the fans.
Yeah.
But not Pogba. You go do this. You're asking for it. It was planned. And now, at the end, if the Fiorentina fans would have started chanting racist abuse or
just booing,
he was asking for it. I'm sorry. You know the situation in Italy. Go celebrate. Go try. That was the worst thing he could have done.
Yeah.
So red card to.
but not for nothing though. What has Pogba done in his career to even come right now? He might in the near future or in the future. What has he done to even deserve to actually use that same thing?
Modern athletes are like that. It's all about me. No. I haven't done anything, but I'm a star.
And how do you feel about the capital of Indonesia being Jakarta?
Agnelli, I have nothing to say about it. Agnelli is a disgrace to the family name.
That should be a complete red card, a community red card.
Yeah.
So we hit the top. I might as well hit Signor Tupe Conte because you're in grande allenatore. You're always looking for stuff. He's another one who instigated the fans. At a certain point, he decided to turn around and start clapping to the
Because
fans.
they were chanting his name, and he
And he started to clap.
Why don't you get some more peanuts?
There's only 3 left.
You understand? So that's one thing. And then after, he's all happy when it's 2-0. Then when it's 2-2, what does he do? He goes against his rules. Vidal comes late from who knows where the hell he went to play with Chile. Gets to the training ground late, cannot practice. He says today against Fiorentina, Vidal sits.
We need more peanuts.
76th minute, Giuseppe Rossi scores, ties the game. 77th minute, Vidal comes in.
Vidal comes in.
Oh, that's very, very bad. You're getting a red card. You have to try something else, Mr. Conte, because your rules now, they don't take it seriously anymore.
See us next week for Champions League, some more Serie A live action. Thank you, Steve, for having us over. Get some peanuts over there, Francis.
Ciao, ciao, they're coming with the
Ciao.
beers.